Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are here for the Thunderbolts special look. Corey, thank you so much for joining us. If you guys did not catch our Captain America Brave New World trailer reaction, that is up here on the channel. Leave a like on this video. Let's watch this trailer and talk about it.
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
His humor gets me every time. David Harbour's got it.
Convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Oh, this is like a scene.
Just hanging out in a limo.
Red Guardian limo service.
Oh, great.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
45 miles per hour.
Alexei!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not
It's a little embarrassing. The shield. The other captain. My one pistol did that?
But not enough. There he is.
He's like the Terminator.
Dude, he's so badass. Look at that majestic mane.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That guy's so cool.
He is so cool.
Awesome. He's Terminator
And he's
doing
Terminator.
it. He's Terminator
Directly
doing
Terminator.
it.
Correct. Oh, thing of beauty.
Nice.
That's what I talk about.
That's not good.
Yep, it's not done.
How crazy is it to think of all the
So many
monumental
bombs.
fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap.
Who owns it?
but
Who owns it?
It's got good
Oh,
optics.
she owns it.
Yeah.
Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Is that confirmation they're the Dark Avengers? They're an Avengers tower.
I gotta be.
Assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on.
Woo.
Assignment is complete.
It's like Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, it's action comedy.
What serum did you get?
I don't know. Regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow off. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Cool.
Getting so tense in here.
All right, Sentry.
Let's see. Let's see if they show us anything.
I'm Bob.
Just
The
about
needle drop's
generic.
great. The 90s era grunge.
And we don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
Marvel's in their political thriller
They
era.
really are. They're doing it.
So you can either
Winter
do
Soldier was
something about it
popular.
now, or live with it forever.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts.
So they said it out loud.
Can't call ourselves
Asterix.
that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
What is it gonna be?
What are we, some kind of Thunderbolts?
Dark Avengers? What are we? Perhaps? Oh, man, they're in their dark and gritty era.
They're in their political thriller era. Wow, this is crazy.
That reflects a lot of interesting things. One, hyper-political nature going into, you know, a new presidency is always going to be interesting. But two, we are in the era of the 90s being nostalgic in a real way. And we've got, you know, the Batman with Nirvana. We've got this needle drop. We had the Pixies on the first trailer. The 90s era in the comic books was also very, like, extreme and gritty. So it's interesting that as our real society starts looking back at the 90s with this reverence, the music tying into the evolution of Marvel trying to also be gritty is really fascinating. And I'm really curious if it lands like the good 90s or the less good 90s.
Interesting. I think it's interesting that they decided to release both of these trailers today.
Yeah.
Because Captain America,
On a
if you
Saturday.
kind of think about it, the Captain America trailer is a little bit more like the front and center media that you see reflected in society. And this
Yep.
is like Thunderbolts like deep state.
Yeah.
You know, like here's what the government's secretly doing.
Right, like it's
that we don't know about.
versus
Yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's their covert ops that are assassins,
Yeah.
and then like the Beacon.
Yeah, like these are the ones who are really making the big implemental changes. But this trailer actually weirdly reminded me of what I felt like David Ayer's Suicide Squad was going for before it got butchered.
That's a really good point.
That not James Gunn's version, but David Ayer specifically felt like this is what going for. And then I think the chemistry between everyone looks like a lot of fun. And I'm just kind of waiting to see if there will be like an actual genuine emotional hook into the film. Because like I think this one actually really demonstrates fun and excitement, and I feel like it'll be a lot of fun banter. I love a good ensemble movie.
Yeah.
I'm an Ocean's 11 guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It is
Like,
very
put famous
Rush
people
Hour,
together.
very Oceans. It's very
Yeah.
like action comedy, but I definitely feel like it's the exact kind of movie that people that hate Marvel are going to point to. Like it,
Really?
which I
Might
like those
undercut
movies.
it a little bit.
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it won't get new fans on board, but I think it's going to feed fans.
Especially
Like
'cause-
I'm very excited for it, but I'm a huge Marvel fan. I don't know if people that have been like, "Oh, why is there always jokes?" I'm like, "Cuz comics are fun." Like I don't that those people aren't going to love this trailer, but I don't think we should keep trying to get everyone on board. We should try to get the people that had left the love of it back.
Yeah. I'm excited for Sebastian Stan. I think he's going to have a really great scene-stealing, action scene moments. They've straight up made him the Terminator again. I'm still conflicted about his hairstyle. Sometimes it just looks a little funky to me.
It's just because he cut it as a metaphor. Like it was such a visual choice, and it tied into his arc. And like the whole arc, I even talked about in the last trailer we did for Captain America 4, the arc of Bucky showing that he's so broken he shouldn't wield the shield, and him having some healing and going to therapy. Like the haircut represented a lot of things. So him regressing, clearly both emotionally attacking and being violent again, tying to the hair visually makes sense, but I'm wondering how that's going to land as far as a narrative for Bucky going forward.
I think as also a narrative for Bucky and John Walker, because John Walker was so excited to see Bucky. But I'm like,
Yeah.
the last time you guys
You
saw
guys
each
did
other,
not, it's not
you
great.
guys didn't get along for quite a few weeks. I would
Diametrically
say.
opposed reasons, perhaps.
Yeah, and I know that you've gone through some character changes, John Walker. At the same time, I was like, oh yeah, you guys have some unresolved business to tend to, and John Walker is the only one from the TV show that has a lingering arc. I mean, we had like Yelena wrap it up in the Hawkeye show,
Yeah.
with her stuff, but this is like her resolving her stuff with her dad.
Ghost is Ant-Man, Red Guardian's Black Widow movie. Yeah, I think you're right.
Hmm.
It's also interesting to see how the consequences are going to play out. Like, we literally had a villain. Like, John Walker is an antagonist of the show.
Yeah.
And I only worry because, like, Zemo, who's one of my favorite comic villains, they definitely had to use and really creative and funky, like the dance being the most popular thing Zemo did. Like, Zemo is a crazy terrorist.
Yeah.
So, like, are they going to have consequences for John Walker's actions? Is there going to be consequences, like maybe the scene of Yelena blowing up that building? Like, are they rogue? And then, obviously, it looks like, the Contessa brings them together. But how off books is it?
Yeah.
Is that Dark Avengers Tower never titled because of that? Is the movie not titled because of that?
Well, I feel like they're going to unpack something really cool in here because it seems like with these two films, they're combining some element of secret society going on, government secrets, world secrets. And then, that's really great for setting. I can actually see how weirdly doing like political thriller leads into a mutant saga.
Oh, 100%. A world that hates and fears them. You gotta get the hating and the fearing.
Yeah, they're going to open up an email full of a bunch of X-Men.
You're like, oh, yeah, just
Professor
scroll
X
through.
walking through.
Hey. But it's also interesting that these are basically a 1-2 punch. Like, I don't know if you remember, but like 2 years ago, I surmised that, the post-credit scene would lead to the real title of Thunderbolts when they said, like, it was called Thunderbolts. Not 2 years ago. A year ago when they said there was an asterisk, but about 2 years ago when they announced the slate, I've always thought these were going to be like a 1-2 punch. So it's really interesting they released both two trailers in the same day.
Yeah.
Because they're not released far apart. February 14th to May is mere weeks. Yeah. Like, it's literally March, April in between them. They are so close together, and then they release the trailers on the same day. I really think Fantastic Four is going to be the first, like, outside of this one story thing out of Marvel. I think this is one big story, post-credit scene tying directly into Thunderbolts, maybe even changing the name, and then the big July thing, which is, again, only a few weeks after this Thunderbolts comes out, is like an Elseworld sets the scope and everything else. But I think this is a part 1 and part 2 almost.
It does feel that way, and I think a big connective tissue as well, because we talked about Bucky and John Walker, but you have Falcon, who was last with John Walker, Naruto. They're both he's Dime Store Captain America in this one. He's being told he's not Steve Rogers in the other. Like, you're not Captain America, you're not Steve Rogers in both these trailers, and their storylines are both Like you got Bucky, John Walker, Sam Wilson, and the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now they both get trailers for their movies.
Same day.
Yeah, same day.
And Thunderbolt Ross is the reason.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
I'm curious. I know we
Yeah,
haven't seen them in it yet.
I think it's more connected than. I think this is a massive indicator that they're more connected than maybe they're even letting on.
Yeah, I'm very. I still think it might be called Dark Avengers. I think that asterisk. I think it'd be interesting if we have a Dark Avengers film next year, and then we've got a Avengers Doomsday followed by Avengers Secret Wars.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like I just feel
Otherwise, why there would be an asterisk? Yeah.
Right, and also they're in Avengers Tower and are a group of heroes.
Absolutely.
And the first trailer said assemble twice.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, what did you think about this trailer for Thunderbolts? Which one did you like more? Who are you most excited for in the Thunderbolts? Leave your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for being here and being patient with us as we get these videos up. We'll talk to you guys out.